Lobel and Shane Kippel are the first actors to start a rewatch podcast of Degrassi: The Next Generation. Right away, Shane Kippel admits that he made a mistake. He sat down ready to watch this episode, expecting Spinner to be in it, but Spinner does not appear in the first episode at all. Now, I'm here to tell you that the reason I think Shane made this mistake is because Spinner was supposed to appear in the first episode. Let's break it down. So Shane is right. Spinner does not appear in part 1 of Mother and Child Reunion, but he does appear in part 2. First see Spinner in the background of this scene. This is the scene at the reunion whenever Caitlin and Snake meet up with each other and they're hanging out with her fiance Keith. You have to really zoom into the background to see him, but we can see that Spinner is holding a boom mic and it appears that he's interviewing someone. And in the script, we're going to learn that Spinner was actually interviewing the Degrassi alumni. And while we don't really see this going on in the first episode, we do see it on the DVD box set. This is the video that Spinner was meant to be filming. It's a Where Are They Now style video with Allison. Allison was an original Degrassi character who came back for this first episode for the reunion, and she's the one who tries to get in between Caitlin and her fiance Keith. Spinner and Jimmy are meant to be the ones doing these interviews. But the question is, how do I know this if this got cut out of the show? Well, I have the original script, and I'm going to show it to you. This is the original script for the 2-part episode, Mother and Child Reunion, and we'll see that we're on page 7, and we're talking about scene 7, which means this was meant to happen in part 1 of the premiere episode. Let's break this down line by line. First, you're going to see right under me, it says, through a viewfinder, we watched Snake get interviewed, just like we saw Allison get interviewed. Snake says, my fondest memory? The Zits. Reveal, Jimmy and Spinner, 2 grade 8s behind the camera. They look at each other confused. Snake says, it was our band. Next, we'll move on to page 2. Snake says, we were wicked, man, totally rad. Okay, we sucked. Cameras working? Spinner says, like a charm. Snake says, great, then you're all set for tomorrow night. Hey, I know it's still summer for you guys. Thanks for helping out early. This right here shows us that in part 1, we were supposed to meet Spinner and Jimmy, and then in part 2, they were supposed to do all those interviews with the reunion people. And if we keep scrolling down, we'll see something interesting. It says the boys exit, crossing with Emma, Manny, and JT sporting the fedora. They deposit their boxes. This tells us that Spinner and Jimmy were meant to be introduced right before Emma and Manny and JT enter the school for the very first time. So my question is, does Shane think that he appeared in the first episode of Degrassi because he actually filmed for the first episode of Degrassi and then it got cut? Or did they end up cutting this during the writing process and they never filmed it at all? That's the question that I have for Shane, but if you want to hear even more stories directly from the Degrassi cast, you can listen to Degrassi podcast with Shane Kippel and Mike Lobel.